Hello everybody, my name is Janaya Toye and this is my channel where I talk about whatever I want. It has been a while since I've done that intro. Right, a lot has happened in this last month. Like a lot. So we had Christmas since my last video. That was fun. Might put in a clip here, that's awesome. I did actually make a video before this, but I made that when I felt a little bit different, and by the time I'd finished editing it I was like, it's not really true anymore. So I was like, oh, I'll just make a new one, and I never really got around to it, and now it's nearly the end of the month, so I wanted to at least make this a monthly venture, if not, yeah, I can't really make it weekly because I don't really have time to be making it weekly. That's another thing. Your girl's so busy all the time that now I've got a journal to note everything down in, so at least I'm keeping organised, you know. Yeah, but this is front facing camera, so you will not be able to read it, but it's flipped. I won't flip it back because I prefer my face this way round. But yeah, so I've made my goals for 2022. There we go, 2022 goals, if you can read reverse. So primary goals are learn to drive. That's a very important one because where I want to end up for my kind of 6-year plan, I've got a plan to... It's a big plan, okay? Before I'm 25, I want to achieve things in my life. Which learning to drive will help me achieve those goals. Very important, you know? And other goal that is very important for me to finish by the end of the year, grade 7 violin. I'm doing my grade 7, just a moment. Okay, so hopefully the click transition worked. This is the grade 7 violin book. See, there's a backwards 7 there because you guys have the camera flipped. The pieces I am playing this year will be Gig by Bach, which is supposedly a very easy piece. I've played it a bit. I play it better with a metronome, weirdly, because I hate the metronome, but also I play it better with the metronome, even though I hate the metronome. So hey, at least I can play it well with a metronome. My timing is horrible. But hey, I know it. I know it. When I need it, I know it. So Gig is easiest to play with a metronome, and then my second piece, Vocalize by Rachmaninoff, or Vocalise as my granddad's cousin puts it, because he is blind and plays piano. Love Cousin Keith. He is amazing. We love him in this house, okay? We stan Cousin Keith in this house. He's amazing. He plays piano, well, used to play piano. Let's be real, you never lose the music in you. Once you've got the music, you never lose it, okay? But yeah, so I was discussing this piece with him and he's like, oh, it's such a beautiful piece, Janaya, I'm so happy you're playing it. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy too, I love this piece. Only thing about this piece is that I have to have the piano accompaniment in my head, because otherwise, again, timing! Me and my timing, do I know her? I do not. I do not know timing, okay? I should not be bragging about this. I play it better with the piano accompaniment than I do with the metronome, because this piece is in, well, it's in just normal time, but it has a lot of time signature changes, and trying to find... Yeah, no, at the end it does. At the end it does. It goes into 2/4. It goes into 2/4 at the end. You can't really see it very well, but yeah. But seeing that, it threw me off for the whole piece, and so I was like, oh, what's going on? Yeah, no. So you see, as soon as I see a difficult part in the music, I'm like, oh, the whole piece, no. So I need the piano accompaniment in order to be able to even play this piece. It's a bit of a hassle, but I can do it, which is the main thing. I do like this piece. It's a very beautiful piece. Okay, keep that in mind. And then the third piece, there's a story behind this one. Gopak! Now, Toye, there's a story behind this one. So, first of all, chords. I hate them, but I've got to play them. So, we ignore the fact that I hate them and we do them anyway, because otherwise this piece won't work. Well, actually it will, because I've played this piece before, I tell you, right? So, I have played this piece before. However, it was a much easier version of this piece. And it's the second part of a piece called The Great Gate of Chicken Kiev. No, it's The Great Gate of Kiev and Hopak. But me and my brother always used to call it The Great Gate of Chicken Kiev. Let that sink in. And remember, we were children. And mentally I still am. You know, not a lot changes. But yeah, no, the Gopak is a really fun piece to play. Despite the difficulty. I can play it. I can play it slowly, but I can play it. That's the main thing. I can play it, but I can play it slowly. But I can play it. Just gotta get it up to speed, you know, which means practice. Practice. So, that's this. However, it's not all there is. What she wrote. Is it gonna focus? Oh, why am I even showing you this? It's all reversed on your screen anyways. Scales and arpeggios. I mean, at least it's not as bad as the LCM exams, you know? At least there's not as many as the LCM exams. We don't like the LCM exams, London College of Music exams, because they have too many scales in. But this one just gives me, like, 3 octaves, which, by the way, so here's me on my violin. Here's me in third position on my violin. Here's me in the position I have to be. Look where my thumb is. Okay? And I end up all the way over here and I'm like, girl, can we get a nice sound out of you? Please, violin. And sometimes she's like, yeah, sure. Other times she's like, no, not today. And I'm like, I ask one thing of you, violin. Please. But yeah, so we be dramatic in this house. But yeah, so that's my overview of the grade 7 violin book. And so that's my primary 2 goals for the year. And then my secondary goals, the ones that I won't lose sleep over if I don't achieve it, but also I'll be a little bit sad, you know. I do want to work towards these, but these are secondary to the primary goals, if that makes sense. One of which I want to move into the primary, but I'll discuss that in a bit. Not to be in England on my birthday. So, just let you know, we had a goal last year to not be in Norwich or Norfolk on my birthday, on my 19th birthday, alright? Because I didn't want to be local on my birthday. I wanted to be out of Norfolk. I've grown up here my whole life, never left. So, I didn't want to be in Norfolk on my 19th birthday. So this time, we make it a little bit bigger. And we say, not in England. I will settle for Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Republic of. We will settle if we have to. However, the goal is, well, the wish, I guess, is to be on the continent. You know, be in Europe for my birthday. However, like I say, if I have to, I will settle for anywhere else in Great Britain. But I really want to be on the continent for my birthday. But like I say, the goal is just to not be in England for my birthday. For my 20th birthday. It's a new decade of my life, you see. Very important that we start it off achieving the goals. So yeah. And second goal, this'll give you a clue into my 6-year plan. Girl wants to learn Swedish this year. Tack så mycket. Thank you very much. Please don't critique me on how bad my Swedish will be, because it will be very bad in the beginning. Very bad in the beginning, because anytime you start learning something, it's bad in the beginning. Then you get better at it, right? That's at least a plan. I want to learn Swedish this year, even if that's just a little bit, so I can maybe hold a slight conversation. I don't know, but learn a bit of Swedish, right, this year. So that is another goal. Which leads into a future goal. And then the one that I want to move into a primary goal, but I'm not sure how to do that yet, is picking up more violin students. So if you're in the Norwich area or the Norfolk area, if you would like to learn violin, hit me up. Who does that anymore? Hit me up, because I would like to take on more students this year, simply because I want to be a violin teacher, okay? Even if it's just as a side gig, I want to be a violin teacher. And I'm very good with the student that I've got at the moment. Unfortunately, she's got COVID right this second, so she's taken a couple of weeks off of lessons, but, I think I'm doing okay with her, because she's progressing very well, So beginner violin lessons, hit me up if you need them. If you want them, if you want to start taking up an instrument, hit me up. I'm here for it, okay? I will teach you. Yeah. Also, reason I don't do more violin videos is because I get a lot of mean comments of people who can't understand that videos are flipped, because I don't have anyone to, physically develop film for... I'm talking like it's analog. I don't have anyone to record me, basically. I have to use the front-facing camera, hence why everything is flipped. But basically I got a bunch of mean comments on some of my violin videos that blew up because they couldn't understand that the video was flipped. And it's like, oh, great video. First things first though, hold your violin right. And I'm like, dude, I am. Please be nice. Please just understand that I am a teenager with a phone and a front-facing camera. Oh, I can complain all day, but it won't change it. It won't change anything. Mean people exist. We know this. It's a consequence of being on the internet. We live with it. But yeah. So those are my goals for the year, is just to pick up more violin students, learn Swedish, not be in England on my birthday, and then the more major ones that I will lose sleep over if I don't achieve this year, i.e. my primary goals, are to learn to drive and finish my grade 7. Now, in terms of other things that have happened, work, how is it? I think the initial, I've got a job feeling has kind of faded, and it's kind of just become, I've got a job, I've got to wake up on Mondays. It's become that a bit. Which is kind of like the opposite of what I wanted, but I know that the initial buzz of, oh, new job, doesn't last forever. So, yeah, I'm currently figuring out ways to make it fun again. I've taken up a few more charity events and done I've done one more of those. Didn't earn very much though, because my fingers turned blue. Like, my fingers turned blue because I was so cold. Not the time of year to be busking, really. I wish I could be busking more, but it's not the time of year for it. In terms of what I've done today, like the day I'm recording this video, I did a little interpretive paint. No, I think this way. Nah, this way is the best way to hold it. Is it? I think this way is the best way to hold it. I mean, it's not much, it's just, hey, I can throw some paint on a little piece of cardboard that I got given. So I was like, you know what, I'll just do a little bit of painting. I don't have any paint brushes, but I got given some paint for my birthday. So I was like, you know what, I'll use the little stick thingies, like lollipop sticks that it came with, to smudge it, and then I'll just put some dots on it. And it looks cute, okay? It looks better in person than it does on camera. It looks a bit weird on camera, okay? But when you can actually see it and you can actually feel it, it's actually kind of cute. I do like it. Plus I got better lighting this side because I got the light coming towards me, so, you know. Yeah, no, so that's basically where my life is at the moment. I want to take on more violin students this year. I want to learn to drive. That's the one that I want to put into my primary goals. I want to take on more violin students, I want to learn to drive, and I want to finish my grade 7. Because I can currently teach up to grade 6, because that's the certificate I got. But I can do grade 7. You know, I'm going to do grade 7. I can do it. I hope to get that done by summer, hopefully, if I work hard, which I have been. Girl has been working hard, I promise you that. If there's one thing I am good at, is working hard. I don't know how to take a break. She says after having the first break in almost a month. Yeah. I've been doing something every day this month. That's why I haven't gotten around to recording a video properly. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Whenever that might be. Bye, YouTube!